Hey teeth lovers, welcome to today's show where I am talking about cardio and why cardio is not conducive to your job as a hygienist, right? So I have clients or potential clients or hygienists all day long that come to me, and a lot of times, they express that they like to spin or they used to be a runner, or sometimes they're like, hey, I just kind of go and hop on the elliptical for 30 minutes because I'm just not sure what else to do at the gym, right? Whatever the case may be, this is just not beneficial. A lot of times it's doing more damage, right? It's detrimental to your physical health for your career. And I'm going to talk today to you about the 2 reasons why that is. So stay tuned and let's get started.
Hey there! Welcome to the Lift for Longevity podcast, where our goal is to build our strongest, healthiest body. We all deserve to feel our best, but since we only get one body, we have to make sure to protect it by moving safely and with purpose to prevent pain, injury, and surgery. I'm your host, Brianne, and I'm a fit pro turned business owner and also a girl mom. I'm obsessed with educating and empowering dental pros on how to take care of their body by training efficiently and building the right muscles to prolong their career. I know you're tired of spending time working out but still dealing with annoying aches and pains, getting rid of your pain temporarily only to have it come right back just a few hours later, or feeling like you never have any energy. You wish there was a long-term solution to get rid of your pain for good. Well, I'm here to give you real-life, actionable steps that you can take today to get rid of your pain, say goodbye to quick fixes, and have energy to live a life that you love. So if you're ready to get stronger, enjoy your life outside the operatory, and have longevity in your career, grab yourself a high-protein snack and let's get to it.
So if you are a hygienist who enjoys cardio, hear me out. I'm not telling you that you can't do cardio, right? In fact, I have many clients who love cardio, right? And I would never be that person, that trainer, that coach that's going to tell you to not do something that you enjoy, right? Like, life's about enjoying it, so that's just not how I operate. However, I'm going to give you the example of my clients, 2 of them. My clients, Lori and Kira. So Kira lives in Alaska. Fat tire biking is huge there. So that was something that she really enjoyed doing with her husband. And she was a marathon runner. She noticed though, when I was on a sales call with her, actually, her husband said, bye, I'm going on a bike ride. And I'm like, well, aren't you going with him? She's like, no, I can't go for those long bike rides anymore, right? Her body was in so much pain because it was making her imbalances worse, right? She hadn't trained for a marathon in a year. And when I spoke to her, that was a big goal of hers. And my client, Lori, same thing. She's from Colorado and she loves hiking and cycling, right? She was in so much pain. Her hips hurt so bad. Since I met her the day of, she hadn't cycled in 6 months, which was like pretty torturous for her, right? And I told them both, I said, look, we need to essentially take a couple steps back, fix our imbalances so that moving forward, you can go back to doing the cardio activities you love, with that balance of strength training. And it's only going to improve your cardio, right? It's going to help you run your marathon faster or cycle, more efficiently, whatever the case may be. So long story short, they both completed my program. And now actually Kira just ran her marathon last week. What? So she was able to train pain-free because she started strengthening with me. And Lori as well. Now she can cycle all she wants with her wife. So that's just a couple of examples. But the reason I want to talk to you about the 2 reasons, why cardio is not conducive to your career. Now, I did a post the other day on Instagram, and I'm going to use spin for an example because a lot of people like spin, right? There's spin classes. It's kind of, I hate to say the word fad, but that's what it is. It's group exercise. And when people are doing that, hygienists particularly, a lot of them have rounded shoulders, forward head, right? They're in flexion all day. Then they go to their class and they're in same positions, right? Flexion, more flexions, their hips, all their anterior, they're just constantly in flexion all day long. And then they're going and doing those same motions over and over and over again during their 45-minute to an hour class. This is a problem, right? Okay. So first reason I'm going to give you is, in my experience, the majority of people, they choose to do cardio because they think that's how they're going to lose weight. That's how they think they're going to lose fat. This is not the case, right? Cardio is great for heart health. However, guess what? so is strength training. Strength training is amazing for cardiovascular health. And that's how you're going to lose weight. That's how you're going to lose fat, because when you're strength training, you're building muscle. Those micro tears that you're putting on your muscle during your training, your body has to work 24 hours or even 48 hours after the fact to repair that soft tissue that was damaged. And that's what boosts your metabolism, right? So it's like when you go and do a cardio class, you may burn 500 calories. Okay, cool. Well, then you're going to go eat dinner and you're just going to level out, right? It's just basically you're like earning your calories that you're spending. And versus strength training, basically, you're building muscle. You're not going to build muscle doing cardio. And like I talk about all the time, in hygiene, there's so many underactive muscles that need to be built up. So we need to prioritize working on building up those weak underactive muscles and our imbalances, A, to get rid of pain, but B, so that we can, do cardio on occasion. We have to supplement things, right? We can't just go do a bunch of cardio and skip strength training. We have to make sure that they're complementing each other, right? So if you need help with that, I can always help you kind of come up with a plan depending on how many days you want to train. But nonetheless, basically, the cardio that you're doing is overworking those same muscles, right? Those overused muscles in your career all day long, whether you work 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, you're just reinforcing those poor postures, right? Those overactive muscles are just, they're already overworked and then you're working them more, right? And so you may have even noticed this, right? Like my clients, they're like, I can't even do this anymore. My body hurts so bad. There's a reason for that, right? Okay, so that's my first example. It's not conducive because, you're working those overworked muscles, but also it's not even really getting you to your goals. Unless you love to sweat or I don't know why people do cardio other than wanting to lose weight or lose fat, but essentially strength training is going to get you to your goals 100 times faster. So that's my first reason. The second reason is what I kind of alluded to. It's all repetitive motions, right? Whether you're running, ellipticating, I don't even know if that's a word, but I think it is. You know what I'm talking about. Cycling, rowing, like it's just the same thing over and over and over. And this is one thing that leads to MSDs in hygiene, right? It's that repetitive movements that you're doing all day long. And then you go and do cardio, which is also, again, more repetition, right? We need to steer clear of this. Like I said, take this with a grain of salt. You can do cardio a couple days a week or even like 30 minutes after your workout or whatever. Find that balance. But it's really important that we kind of pump the brakes on the repetitive motions because this is how you get injured, right? So like sprinters, for example, or runners, a lot of times they pull hamstrings. This is why, because their quads are so overactive and their hamstrings are underactive. This is something I see in hygienists all day, every day. The hamstrings and glutes are always underactive because again, you're working a lot of those anterior muscles and you're working in the same plane, right? You're always moving forward to back. And I've talked about before, we need to train in different planes, right? Especially when you're in operatory and you need to twist or rotate, not even in the op, at home, right? Like you got to pick your kid up. You have to, my washer and dryer's backwards. So I literally have to pick it up and like throw it across my body to the other side. And this is how you are going to be more prone to injuries if you're training like this, if you're not training in different planes. So when you're doing those bilateral movements, like I said, running, cycling, ellipticating, even rowing, it's a lot of sagittal plane movements, right? It's all in the same plane. We need to mix it up, right? We have to train our body in a 360 degree, right? And more so, like I talk about all the time, focusing on that posterior, right? It's really, really hard to hit the posterior doing cardio, A, and B, it doesn't matter because you're not actually going to build the muscle. So anyways, what I'm getting at is basically my second reason is we need to kind of, like I said, pump the brakes, literally and figuratively, right, on the cardio because it's just more repetition, right? So we need to make sure that we're training efficiently. And cardio, simply put, is just not the most efficient training, right? So, a lot of my clients, myself too, I'm a mom, I'm all about putting in that time and that effort and training with intention and efficiently. And if that sounds like you, then you should probably rethink your workouts if it's heavily focused on cardio, right? Because it's just not efficient, right? So if you have questions, send me a DM on Instagram. And also, I just started a free Facebook community where I'm going to post on the regular, give away free value, answer questions, go live, and just kind of build up this community of amazing hygienists because I love you all so much and I want you to all be able to connect with each other as well, not just with me. So if you're interested, I will put the link in the show notes. And then that is all I have for you today. Thanks and have a great week.
Thank you so much for listening in today. I hope you got a takeaway from this episode. And if you did, would you be so kind to share it with another dental pro you think would benefit from it? I know you love learning, and chances are that they do too. Also, I would love to connect with you on Instagram, so go ahead and head over to the Lift for Longevity podcast page or follow me at Built by Brianne. If you shoot me a message saying hello, I will personally respond because I love chatting with dental pros. Before you go though, I want to let you know that I appreciate you and what you do, and I hope to chat soon. Until next time, stay strong.